Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Eager. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the best pets to be currently using right now in Roblox Grow a Garden. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the OG 5,000 subscribers. Now, guys, we're going to be talking about the top 10 best pets to be currently using right now in Grow a Garden. Now, these will not be top 10 coolest or the top 10 best looking. These are going to be the top 10 best pets to be using to gain the most mutations, the most shekels, as well as experience and level up and complete those achievements for your garden guide as fast as possible. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in today's video. Now guys, just to clarify really quick, we're going to be saying for most of these pets, or if not all of these pets, that you have the max amount of pet spaces, which would be considered 8. If you have any more than 4 to 5, then it's pretty much the same thing. Just remember, for some of these pets, the more that you have, considering if you have multiples of them, the better the odds and the better the chances for this stuff to happen. And at number 10 is actually going to be the squirrel. Now, with the brand new achievements that just have been implemented into Grow a Garden, there's going to be times where you're going to want to have tons of a specific plant, especially with the prismatics, with the brand new admin abuse event that just happened over the weekend. And with that being said, maybe you want to go ahead and have a field or a ton of a specific plant. As you can see right now, I have blueberries, but you may have something like burning buds, sugar apples, beanstalks, and you get the point. Well, you're going to want to use your reclaimer to actually pick them up, because you're not going to want to get rid of your prismatic seeds or your prismatic plants at all. You want to make sure they still go back into that seed variation. But what if I told you if you ran an army of squirrels, you would be able to claim all of your seeds back, especially your prismatic ones, without even losing a single reclaimer at all? And the reason being is when you have a squirrel equipped, if not multiple, they're going to give you about a 14 to 20% chance of not using those reclaimers. Now, when you stack up to 8 of them, you're going to have over 100%. And guys, you'll be able to earn all your seeds back without even using your reclaimers at all. Now, do remember, this is number 10, and it just makes doing your achievements or your garden guide 10 times easier. Now at number 9 is going to be for all of my players looking to progress their garden guide for their core pets. As you can see, we're going to have tons of rewards in here as well. And guys, that is going to be the koi fish. Now, if you guys do not have an army of koi fishes at all, or don't know what the koi fish is, we're going to go ahead and throw it up on screen. And it says, when hatching eggs, there is a 0.63 chance to get the egg back. Now, guys, if we were to put this together, if you're going to be opening up a ton of eggs to complete achievements as well as progress and grow a garden, or maybe you have some old eggs that you want to make sure you keep, or if you're too scared to use, well, if you have an army of koi fishes, at about 0.70% chance for each of them, and if you had up to 8 kois, or just even 1, you still gain that percentage of getting those eggs back. So if you had a ton of Zen eggs, or maybe a ton of the brand new sprout eggs, or even older eggs, or even bug eggs, you still get that percentage of getting your eggs back. Now, if you add more kois into your pet army, you're going to be able to add more and more chances of getting some of those eggs back, which will give you better chances of getting higher eggs, as well as completing the core pet achievements in Grow a Garden. And just as a little bonus, if you don't have a ton of kois, you can always use seals. Seals are still attainable in Grow a Garden, and they are going to give you pretty much the same trait, allowing you to gain those odds of getting those eggs back. So if you want to, you can run a koi and seal little pack army for your pets. Now at the number 8 spot, guys, this is going to be an old school one, and I don't know if many of you guys will have this, but it is very good. The butterfly will come in at number 8. The reason being is, let's go ahead and talk a little bit basic math for Grow a Garden. So if you were to have a ton of mutations onto a specific plant, for instance, the tomato is what you can see in the background right now, and it has windstruck and wet. Now, if it were to have other mutations, like maybe the bloodlet or the moonlit and tons more, up to about 5 of them, but if it were to have the silver mutation or the gold mutation or the rainbow mutation, then it's going to be a multiplier. To make things super easy for you guys, if you have 5 mutations on one plant, but then you add the silver mutation or the gold mutation or the rainbow mutation, it is going to multiply it. So for instance, if we were to have a rainbow mutation on top of the 5 other mutations on a specific plant, it's going to times that by 50. And that is really going to help your profit gains for shekels, allowing you to get more and more for your specific kind of plant, especially if it's a bone blossom or even a candy blossom. And that's where the butterfly comes into play. What the butterfly does is it actually takes a plant that has 5 mutations already on it and turns it automatically to rainbow. Now you may ask yourself, well, what is the point of this? But if you were to have a plant that you really like, for instance, the burning bud, maybe a candy blossom, or whatever else you have, and you were to give it the rainbow mutation, it's going to have a 50 times multiplier automatically equipped to it. Now from here, you just let it sit like normal and let it add all those mutations again. And for instance, for like the sandy mutation, the bloodlet mutation, and all of that stuff. Then from there, you will easily be able to earn more and more shekels without even doing anything at all. Now, the butterfly is an older pet and it may be a little bit more difficult to obtain, but guys, it's still out there and totally possible. Now guys, at number 7, it is going to be for more of my upper class players or my players looking to complete the higher end achievements. Now, if you guys were to open up your garden, guys, and go to the core plants, if you were to look at the prismatic achievements, some of them are going to be absolutely crazy. Some of them are saying to harvest 300 beanstalks and as well as getting tons and tons of burning buds. As you can see, we need to sell 1,000 burning buds, and that is a crazy one to complete. But what if I told you guys that there's a way that you could actually progress, making it even easier to grow your burning buds as well as harvest your burning buds? Well, that's where the number 7 spot comes in, the Triceratops. And its passive trait is going to give you a 3-minute timer that rams into 3 random plants. It advances their growth speed by 33, technically 34%. And it has a 16% chance to do it again and again and again. Now, if you were to add an army of 8 Triceratops or even up to 4, that means you're going to end up dividing your time a little bit. So for instance, if we were to have upwards of 8 Triceratops all running around at the same time, so for instance, if we were to put 1 Triceratops down, wait a couple minutes, put another Triceratops down, wait another couple minutes, and do the same thing over and over again, you're going to add the timer that's going to be at different points where you could keep ramming into plants that you are wanting to grow faster over and over again, making the timer insanely fast and super easy for you to progress. Now, at number 6 is going to be the T-Rex, and this is going to be a little bit of a questionable one. I wanted to throw it in there because it has worked plenty of times for me, but it just depends on what your garden level as well as what plants and mutations you have to begin with. Now, the T-Rex is going to apply what is called a passive perk, where every 20 minutes it's going to eat a random mutation from some fruits in the player's garden, and then it's going to roar and applies that mutation to 3 random other fruits. So for instance, what would be really, really good is if I were to have a rainbow mutation on one of my plants that he was to eat up and apply it to 3 other plants, he's going to add a huge shekel multiplier to my other plant. Now, for the T-Rex is pretty self-explanatory, but it's going to completely depend on what mutations you already have in your garden, as well as if it's something that you want to do to begin with. And kicking things back over to eggs, coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the bald eagle. Now, the bald eagle, in my opinion, was a super cool pet, and I'm glad I obtained one of these because what's going to happen is this is actually going to help with your egg hatch. And what its passive is actually going to be Wings of Freedom. Every 7 minutes it takes flight and spreads its wings. All eggs advance their hatch time by 70 seconds with a 71% chance for the time to be multiplied by 2. So what that means is basically if you have tons of eggs that you're already using, you can combine the bald eagles with your kois or even your seals, so that way you can progress the egg hatching to be as fast and as efficient as possible, as well as on top of that being able to earn your eggs back. Now, the bald eagles are not a crazy pet that a lot of people seem to care about, and you can easily obtain these for super cheap. Now, kicking things over to my number 4 spot is going to be a questionable one, and a lot of people want it. Trust me, I get asked all the time if I have any spare red foxes to give out, and that is going to be the red foxes. The reason being is if we were to go actually and pull this one up on screen for you guys, and we were to hit view, you can see every 6 minutes, the red fox is going to go to another player's garden and grab or steal a random crop. Now, on top of this, if it is successful, it's going to go back and steal again. Now, the red fox has been a huge bonus for tons of YouTubers as well as farmers and, well, people who have all accounts, just due to the fact because they can have a farm set up or a garden set up for these pets. So what I mean by that is they could literally have a red fox sit here in the main player's garden and have a default or an alt account with just something like the candy blossom or the bone blossom over here and allow them to steal it over and over, getting them tons of seeds. Now, do remember, the rarer the seeds, the harder they are to obtain, but it's still possible and makes the red fox very good if you're just starting or even just looking to stack up on rare seeds or seeds that you have never even been able to obtain. Now, moving things over to number 3, it is going to be the mimic octopus. Now, what makes the mimic octopus so good is A, it is still obtainable in Grow a Garden, and B, it is going to copy actually whatever a trait is of another pet. So you can combine any other pet in today's video if you do like it or only have one of them and combine it. So for instance, if I were to have a red fox and I had a mimic octopus out, it is going to copy actually the red fox's ability, making it even more broken. Or maybe you only had one koi and you wanted to use the mimic octopus, it's actually going to copy and do exactly what the koi fish does, making it even better. Now, moving things over to the number 2 spot is actually going to be the lemon lion. Now, the lemon lion just came out for all my players in Grow a Garden that were able to experience the admin abuse event that just happened this weekend. Now, the lemon lion actually has 2 traits that actually makes it really, really good. Now for this pet, every 5 minutes it roars, applying the brain rot mutation to a random fruit. Now guys, the brain rot mutation is paying very well right now, and I don't know if they plan on nerfing it when recording this, but right now the lemon lion with its brain rot mutation on top of every other mutation in the game is very good. And keep in mind, it's only every 5 minutes. So on top of that, you're going to be getting a free mutation every 5 minutes on a plant. Now for the next one, it's every 9 minutes it's going to roar and infuse a random pet with citrus, granting it almost 2000 XP on top of what it's already earning. And this is really good for pets that you might be using just to level up so you can earn yourself more egg storage, maybe more pet storage, or just the ability to have tons more pets equipped as well as more eggs equipped at once. Now at number 1, we're going to be having what is called the Spriggan. Now what its passive trait is going to be is every 21 minutes, it's going to spread its roots in all fruits within a 31 stud distance, have a 20% chance to get the bloom mutation. Now guys, these Spriggans are a free pet that you can actually claim right now from the Beanstalk event. And considering if you could have up to 8 of these Spriggans every 20 minutes, you're going to have a huge chance of getting the bloom mutation on every single one of your plants in your garden. Now, it's not the most craziest one, but I wanted to put it in here because it's one of the free ones that you guys can basically obtain right now, considering it is only going to cost you shekels, and you can do this with the Beanstalk event. Now, guys, I do want to also say in today's video that all of these pets are going to be considered the top 10. There's no specific order for the top 10. They're just the top 10 best in my opinion. If you guys have any other better pets that you wish for me to make a video on, as this is my first top 10 video, I will gladly take all comments and your guys' thoughts down below. This is going to be my top 10 best pets right now to make farming achievements, gaining shekels, as well as being one of the top best players in Grow a Garden as fast as possible for all my returning players as well as brand new players. I wanted to make sure I added both old ways as well as new ways for you guys to make as many shekels as you guys possibly can. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, love you guys. Peace.